He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates in law. That's the energy we're coming with this week, folks.
I'm fresh off of a 12-hour flight delay.
I just fist fought the trains of New York City, and I know this is the worst one. This was the worst one.
You know, it's nice that you're telling these stories now.
I know. Well, we had a few of them together early on.
Yeah, no, but it's like I was always like, this goddamn city, Tom, and you're like, I don't know. I'm kind of living the dream.
LA sucks too. I'm like sitting in like 75-degree weather.
75, you just jump in your car. You're anywhere you need to be. You're robbing a coffee shop every day.
Yes. Black owned.
Black owned. This feels weird without headphones, folks.
I know. This is the first episode we've ever done without wearing headphones, but here's the thing. I forgot them.
But I feel like I know how to regulate my voice with the headphones on, and now I feel like I'm in no man's land.
You do stand up into a microphone every single night of your life.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I do it very well.
I'm too loud sometimes.
I do scream.
Well,
we should
start
probably mention.
Yeah, we're not roommates.
Not even brothers-in-law.
But we are
good friends
in Ridgewood, Riffwood,
Queens.
Yeah, Tim's coming in hot from Louisiana.
Literally got here 13 minutes ago.
And I came in right after from the Hattie.
The Hat.
That's Manhattan.
Hat City. And,
okay, can I just tell you what happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Come on, that's not bad.
What happened was, this is what Manhattan.
Dude, what Manhattan last night? Dude, we got hammered. I have no idea what Manhattan.
Good. I don't know why that's so funny. Oh my God, what the hell Manhattan last night?
After that
There's
third
the
shot
title
of tequila,
right there.
I don't know what Manhattan after that.
Can we just start a podcast called What Manhattan?
last
and
night?
it's all just us trying to take a train somewhere?
That might be the rebrand. What a Manhattan last night.
What do you guys think? What Manhattan?
Right in.
It's a little niche.
Yeah. Yeah, but people like Manhattan stuff.
That's true. Sex in the City, it's all Manhattan.
That was huge. How about Girls?
Yeah, probably a couple other TV shows.
Another
too.
bit. I think, what was that one called? Seinfeld?
Yeah, that
was
that was kind of an indie.
That was like a weird FX show that they had on for a little while. Friends.
How I Met Your Mother, my favorite show.
How I Met Your Brother was one that I started after that, and people didn't like it as much.
Yeah, it's just not as interesting because everyone's like, no, I know how you met Uncle Tom.
Yeah, it was just kind of like...
You guys had the same parents.
It's just mutual. Yeah, and you're like, oh, right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to toss this script out there.
In hindsight, he shouldn't have been born in the first episode.
All right, tell me about this trek.
I'm coming from Westville, and there's a subway stop there, the West 4th subway stop. You've been there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Give me the rundown of that place.
Terrifying. I mean, it depends on the time of day, but terrifying most of the time.
Terrifying. It's also one of the stops that's you go down a level, and then the train I always have to take, the F, is down a second level.
Well, that's when you go from 85 up top, and you go, it's not my favorite, but it's fine. And then you hit about 88 on that first level, then you're like, but I got to go down and get the F. It's about 99 down there.
It's close to 3 figures down there, and it's thick. It's like sticky.
And people are
smelly.
acting accordingly because people are losing it.
And it's a mix of crazies, young kids that went
hammered.
out in that area, hammered, and then like people trying to get all the way up to Harlem and the Bronx from like work.
You see people starting to short circuit a little bit. Like they're blinking a lot and then they're kind of twitching.
That's
what
happened to me. I witnessed tragedy tonight in that subway stop. I was in there for 44 minutes.
Brutal.
Fighting.
I can't believe you even... The longest I've waited, I think, is 8 minutes.
But here's the thing: the drive was too long. Like the drive.
Oh, right.
Because if any of the trains had come, until 40 minutes, I would have gotten there.
Still would have made sense time wise.
Yes, and then I was like, well, I got to cut my losses here, and so I get there. I'm supposed to take the F. I get to the F, and I pull the classic. We've talked through this before, so we don't need to explain it. But I sit down on the train pretty quickly. I realize
door's not shutting.
Door's not shutting, and no one else is on the train. Station's full.
No
one is getting on the train.
It means one of two things: there is a huge pile of shit on the train.
Yeah.
Or you're the only one that didn't get the memo. This thing's going nowhere.
And also, in hindsight, I got off the train and I looked at it. It had only pulled like a quarter of the way.
It was
into
still
the
really
station.
far back. Yeah.
I was like, how did I think? But I'm thinking I timed it perfectly. I get down there, it's sitting there with the doors open. I go, oh shit. Guess no one else is going to Tim's tonight.
Hey guys, this one's going to Ridgewood.
You guys, we can.
No, guys, get on.
No, we're doing the pod.
Let's go, everybody to Ridgewood. You're just like trying to get everybody going. Like you're the only guy that knows how to work the train.
Ridge, you say wood. Ridge.
You just get hit in the face with a brick immediately.
Oh, so God, you're dying over there.
Tom, it's been a long day.
Are you a little sick?
No.
I think everyone has COVID right now.
I was gonna say I tested for it the other day. I thought about testing for it.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
You know what I just did in my head? I remember I lied to someone about testing for COVID, and then I didn't. Reality. And then I was like, no, and I was like, oh no, that was a whole thing I made up.
No, I lied to.
So if whoever's I lied to, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. That was COVID. A lie. You probably have it.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting it right now.
Is this why? What's going on?
It's just going around.
But is it? I mean, are we scared of this thing anymore?
I don't
know
think
what
it's
to
the
think.
same thing anymore. I don't know. If you're a doctor, call in.
Do we know?
I also don't know what you're supposed to do if you have it. There's no way it's still quarantine.
There's no way anybody's getting away with quarantining anymore.
No chance.
Sorry, I got COVID. See you in 2 weeks. No chance.
I would actually love to.
That would be huge.
That would be great.
I mean, wasn't that the best? I don't know. I got COVID and it absolutely kicked my ass.
It kicked my ass for 3 days, but those 7 other days, because I was in the 10-day window.
You're kind of coasting.
Those 7 days ripped.
Yeah.
I worked from home and I took time off.
Well, because you're like, man, I would love to do all my responsibilities, but I simply cannot.
I got the sniffles.
Because I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I loved doing the right thing during the pandemic.
Doing the right thing was great.
And not doing
when COVID was around, it was so easy to be a hero.
God, wasn't it?
It was great.
Then I don't know. My ear hurts. I'm going to stay home for 2 weeks. I don't want to make your ear hurt.
Just trying to be safe, guys. I'm just trying to be safe.
I am going to go play poker until 7 in the morning, though.
Yeah, but it's our bubble.
But those are my friends. Yeah.
Wait, how did we get on this?
No idea. Oh, I coughed a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then we just went on a tangent for no reason.
Yeah. So, anyways, get off the train. It's not moving. Turns out train's on a different track. F's going on the C track. I run up there. I get there. No F. It's nowhere to be found. I'm on Twitter. I'm looking at Twitter.
Where the F,
with the F train updates. That was pretty good. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't count on it coming. So now I'm going back. Change.
Wait, are these random people saying I wouldn't count on it?
No,
coming,
there's like train.
That's
Twitter
the language
accounts.
they use, because that's a little loose.
It's not like that. It's like,
They're like, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't bet on it.
More official. It's like we had to remove a train from a track.
Oh,
so
right.
God
It just
knows
says
when it's
lol.
gonna. Yeah, it says the pod's probably coming out late this week. That's what it said on Google Maps. But I finally get to the station where everyone is. So it's like, all right, this is clearly the only train that's running.
Has the energy.
Yeah, it has the buzz. That buzz turned negative in about 20 minutes in a dark way. And I'm listening to...
20 minutes is so long.
Yeah.
20 minutes doesn't sound that long. You might be hearing me right now
98 degrees.
20 minutes. 20 minutes waiting for the train 2 floors down with 200,000 of the stinkiest, drunkest, most homeless, insane people.
And like
it's
on
not a great
edge
look.
people.
On edge. You take your headphones out. I'll tell you that.
Well, I had my headphones in, and I got to tell you, this is the nerdiest shit I do. I read books now on the train, but I'm reading this fantasy trilogy that my sister gave me.
Okay.
And I listen to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack when I read it.
Is that true?
Yeah. So I'm listening to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, and we're going to move past it like it's normal. And
I mean...
well, here's the thing. You're on the train. If you don't put headphones in and you try to read, it's borderline impossible.
Wait, okay, so...
Because there's noise everywhere.
So it's just like... whatever
like,
the music is.
You know, it's like...
Okay, now this I love. Hold on. Do you ever hit like a big point in the song, like this like big crescendo, but it doesn't match up with your book at all?
Yeah, and sometimes it kind of throws you off. But it also kind of just... I have a soundtrack to this book now.
I love this.
And it's kind of great. And I think it like helps the ADD-ness of my brain.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you do kind of lock in. It like shuts down all the senses.
Yeah, and you don't get to hear a guy being like, "Oh, fucking come everywhere on this train."
Right.
That takes you out of it too.
And you're going,
more than
wait,
like
hold
a
on.
nice swell.
Let me dog eat ear this real quick. Excuse me, sir. Please no more coming on the train, dude.
But I was
What is
still
Manhattaning right now?
I was So good. I was still listening to it as people. Here was the point in which I bailed on the train and called an Uber.
Right.
Is I saw a guy dressed like nicely,
Right.
and he yelled. He said, "What the fuck is happening?"
To somebody or just the ether?
In general.
Yeah, he was upset.
And then everyone kind of looks, and the whole volume starts picking up. And I was like, I think we might be bursting right now.
Well, when it hits that fever pitch, that's when people start getting pushed on the tracks.
Yeah, that was my thought.
That's when something bad starts happening.
I felt like I was witnessing the breaking of this, like the city's character.
Yeah.
Right there. And this is what was playing during it. It was beautiful.
This is right as somebody pulls out a gun.
No, shit, fuck, wrong one. Right here is very sad. Picture me slow motion watching a guy just start yelling.
What the fuck is going on? Where's the fucking train?
I was having the time of my life for about 2 minutes. Then I was like, I got to get out of here.
I mean, but that is like if somebody did have a gun on them, that's when they start going like, I'm just going to shoot it a few times.
Yeah, I was just going to go to my ex-wife's new boyfriend's house and use it there, but
no, I'm going to use it on myself. Yeah.
And so I
because also you don't want to when it starts swelling like that. What if the train comes and then you get on the train?
Oh,
no
God.
thanks.
And then you got to take the train out of Manhattan onto the island.
No thanks.
You're not on the island.
You're in the train, but you're on the island. No, like that gets even crazier because then you all pile in, and then you got to watch. This is where you really see what kind of pigs people are. You ever seen people racing to get a seat?
Yeah, and it'll be like
It gets a little like roller derby.
well, because you're like
People are kind of checking.
people have to make that decision where they're like, am I gonna do this right now? Am I gonna fight for this?
Am I gonna run for the?
I might toss a shoulder into this older Hispanic woman.
Look, I will say there have been some times where I'm like, look, I'm looking at 35 on the train here. I'm like, you're like kind of inching up close to the door.
Yep.
And then when it opens, I'm beelining and I'm sitting.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sorry, Tom.
You ever yelled at someone for it?
I've never raised my voice in public transit ever.
I have done it a few times recently.
What? You're already breaking down?
This is the only time I do it is not when people don't let people off the train.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I go, you have to let people off first.
Right.
And I feel like I do that and I just I say it sternly because I think some people don't realize that is the custom.
I think everybody knows.
No, it's usually like a tourist group.
Oh, okay.
It'll be like a family and they'll just like kind of pile on and I go, you have to let people off first.
And then
everyone's like, oh shit.
It's just a bunch of people from Ohio. Like, these people in New York are assholes.
Yeah.
Like, no, you just don't get it.
I've been here for 25 minutes.
Covered in piss. I just got shot at. Dude, I was on the train the other day. Speaking of more train stories, I get on. Wait, did I tell this one last week?
I don't think.
Okay. So I get on, and I'm like, there's a little voice in my brain that's always going, you're a bad guy. You're a piece of shit.
Sure, yeah.
Everybody hates you.
Well, that's only when
nicer.
I'm standing next to you.
I'm like, oh, Tom, I didn't see you there. I'm like, wait, I thought it's been me this whole time.
God, it has just been
That's just
Tom.
what I have in my headphones. So my white noise is you just being like, you're a piece of shit. Everybody hates you.
Every week we record an extra hour of the pod, but it's just me.
Just Tom ASMR being in my brain. But anyhow.
It's on the Patreon.
So, I'm like, you're like looking out in the world for like, you're trying to find some joy in the world. You're trying to find something to be grateful for.
Yeah.
You're trying to turn some dark into some light.
Sure.
I'm on the train. Guy gets on, sits down, immediately just falls asleep immediately. And I'm like, man, this guy probably just worked 18 full hours.
Yeah.
He's exhausted. He's just ready to get home, see his kids. But like, he's got to work in the city. And I'm going, I complain about my life.
I got it pretty good.
I have an easy life. I didn't just work this shift that this guy worked. Right as this thought's literally going through my head, he pulls his dick out and just starts pissing all over the train.
Hey, that doesn't change the sentiment.
And I immediately was like, oh, this life is hell. Of course. Life is beating the shit out of everyone. Why would I ever be happy? He just pulls his stinky dinky out, and he's still like fully asleep, and his dick is just a full just pissing. I had a photo. I put it on Instagram. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Wait, that picture had a dinky in it?
Tom, you didn't see? You thought I just took a photo of a random guy?
I thought it was just a guy sleeping on the train.
Tom.
Wait. If you follow Tim and you know what I'm talking about, I feel like people didn't catch it.
Oh, don't tell me I deleted this.
It's got to be. It's in your story archives.
I mean, no, he's just full dink with a full stream, and you can see the piss coming at me.
Oh, I missed
on
that.
the train.
I missed that.
Wait, what's a story archive?
This is just horrible
pod. Anyway, so let's talk more about dinkies. But I mean, like, okay, where is this thing?
Stories. It's gotta be right here.
Look at the little stream. And then you can see it coming at me, dude. It just went all down the train, Tom.
I completely missed this.
Look at the piss coming out.
I think I just thought it was like the piss. I don't think I went upstream.
It's just
for our YouTubers, look at this.
You simply must paddle upstream to see that piss, Tom. I could not believe what I was seeing. So and you know what was crazy? This was like, this is just the most New York shit. No one reacted. Nobody said anything. Yep. Everyone just got up, got off the train, switched train cars, moved on with their lives.
It's crazy. It's yeah. It turns out the trains in New York, little wild.
Little wild. And little old me. I picked this guy to be like, I'm going to appreciate my life based on the lens of what this guy's life is. He is so blacked out at 7:30 on a Thursday.
He could have still just worked an 18-hour shift.
Where? I mean, was he just swimming around in a vat of Budweiser? This guy was absolutely turned up.
You saw the dinkster.
Well, I mean, and then I see all of his actions through a different light. I'm like, this man, yeah, he was absolutely out of his mind, scaring people, and then pulled his dick out.
He got on the train. He really won me over for a second just by falling asleep in public.
That's what I was like, man, some people just work so hard to make ends meet. This is so nice of him to do.
Dinky out.
Okay. Right.
God, this city. I need to get out of here.
It changes you, Tom.
It's breaking me. It's breaking me down.
Well, speaking of breaking, Tom, the curse is broken.
Yeah?
Can you believe it?
Which curse?
The curse is broken.
The Boston Red Sox?
No, the Yankees are they're not a curse. They're the best things that ever happened to me. I love Yankee baseball.
Okay, well, what curse?
Aaron Judge till I die, dude. You know that. The curse of performing in front of people I know.
Oh, yes. I heard the news. The news traveled to me.
News traveled. I think it's because I told you.
But you texted me, but it's still news. I did catch wind of it.
The news is out. I performed in front of my family members, Lizzie's family members.
You want to get into this? Because I'm going to go the same route.
Old coworkers. Old friends from high school.
It's a beautiful thing, Timmy, and I'm proud of you.
Isn't that great? And you know
what?
It went well.
You patted yourself on the back because you go, I learned a lesson, and I immediately, what was my response?
Go to therapy.
I said, maybe, sure, you learned a lesson. That's a win. The lesson being, I guess, that it's good to perform in front of your loved ones.
No, the lesson was not everyone
hates you.
Yes.
But what I said is, maybe we unpack why it took 9 years of performing stand-up comedy at a pretty intense level for you to let someone in.
Well, so here's I thought about this, Tom.
Good. That's what I was hoping for.
So, and I don't know if we talked about this, but you know the girl from high school. This is a girl that you know, but just the overarching person from high school.
Sure.
Who has a couple of kids and all of a sudden they're bored, so they say, I'm going to start painting. And then they toss the paintings on Facebook Marketplace and they say, hey, this will be get this in your home for $250. And I'm like, but you didn't earn that.
That got way more specific than what I thought it was going to be when you just said, the girl from high school.
And then one specific example.
You're thinking of one person?
No, I'm not.
Sure.
But it's like, hey, I started...
And you didn't even really want to go to prom with her junior year.
Somebody already asked her, Tom.
So
she already said yeah.
It wasn't a reflection of your guys' relationship.
She already said yeah to somebody, but actually that person hasn't asked her yet, but she was expecting them to ask her, so she didn't want to say yes to somebody else and then mess that one up.
So really, she kind of had you on the bench, but that's not the healthy way to view it. But I don't know, I guess. Anyways, that general trope of a character.
Yeah, and that non-specific human being. But the point being is, now I've started this thing. Hey, everyone, come look at what I'm doing.
Yes.
And I just don't...
9 years, though.
Well, okay, I will say 9 years. I pushed it a little far. But what was nice was it went extremely well. And it was like, I would rather, and this is me justifying everything inside my own head.
Yeah, I know.
But I would rather wait and then have people come and see and go, oh, wow, that was actually really good.
Well, that's what I said to you. I go, as much as I think mentally this is unhealthy, it is kind of cool that your first time in front of a lot of them, or all of them, you kind of rip.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I didn't want to, you don't want people to leave and go like, it was pretty good.
My siblings were at my first ever show.
Absolute insanity. I'll never understand that. You and I are on the different sides of this whole thing.
Yeah.
You probably let him in a little too early. I probably let him in a little too late.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I did. Yeah.
But your point does stand. Yeah, maybe some therapy wouldn't hurt anybody.
It was crazy. I just love how you were like, I'm so happy I learned this great lesson, and I was like, no, I think you've scratched the surface.
You know what else is like? I act like I had something to do with it. I hid it from everybody. The word just got out.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was the other part of it. Sorry, that's why I brought up therapy. Tim individually blocked everyone who follows him from Louisiana.
That I could remember.
That you can
I
remember.
think I fucked up a few of them,
but like you individually had to sit and think through all of that.
No, you didn't have. It wasn't that much thinking. You're just scrolling, and you're going that person, that person, that person.
Thousands of people.
It wasn't thousands.
You have to scroll through a lot of.
I mean, it took a little
thousands.
while, but
so that's why I said maybe we take some time to figure out why instead of allowing loved ones to see you perform, you said this is a good use of my time. I got to block them individually.
To a show where I'm getting paid based on how many people show up.
God, dude.
I did realize that after I was like, I cost myself quite a bit of money doing this.
This is not only a big mental mistake, this is a financial liability. I could have been saving for retirement this whole time.
Dude, what is Manhattaning in my brain
That
right now? But
it's not good.
But the curse is broken.
Yeah.
The curse is lifted.
Now what action can I
can't wait to
take
go back.
for letting them in too early? What do I have to? I gotta block everyone now.
Now,
who saw me then.
Now you gotta go. You gotta start from scratch.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to the open mics.
As with a new name.
With a new.
I'll go.
Three new names.
Tommy Schneeman. No, I'll just go back. Did you hear the young man Tom Schnee's starting again?
Wait, what the fuck? Like, he
Yeah,
had a
he's
mental
starting
breakthrough.
over. Yeah,
He found out what he was doing early was nuts.
He's only 6 months in right now, actually. That'd be tight.
But dude, now I'm like ready to go back and then I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, like each person that I know brought a bunch of people.
Yeah, those are like fans, and those are people that want you to succeed, especially if they brought like a friend, because they kind of vouch for it. If you sucked, it's on them.
Yeah, it's true.
But so it's like they're like, no, this guy's. I think he's great. I don't know. He's never really let us see him, but I think he's great.
I got a good feeling about it.
He used to like do a Michael Jackson dance in high school. Like, pretty good.
Tom.
So I'm guessing he's good at comedy too.
Yeah, that translates.
Yeah,
for sure. He had a pretty
craft.
sick mean walk.
Yeah.
Mean walk.
Wow.
Pretty mean sick walk.
Freud moonwalk.
Yeah. I was trying to switch it back.
I was like, what the hell?
But this is what
mean walk was a little Freudian there.
Yeah. That was me inside of my own head. But this is what busted the floodgates open. Is one of a friend of ours. She was like, it's so fun to be in the audience when you know the performer.
Yeah,
and that's when it clicked in my head. It was like, oh, you guys are like. I always thought people would show up and be judging me.
It's so funny. That's what I want to unpack, is what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't want to. I want someone who's paid to do it.
Somebody that knows what they're talking about?
Yeah, I don't want to just be a friend.
Yeah. You know what I do appreciate you is you're not one of these guys that goes to therapy and all of a sudden thinks they're a therapist.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, not at all.
Oh, I was like, because that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
No. I mean, like, you just, pretty much what you do is go to therapy.
Yeah.
But there are some people that are like, it's interesting you say that. And I'm like, can we not?
Well, because I don't even think that, like, any of the theories or, like, whatever, like, I think the value is just like having to say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
You start realizing, you're like, yeah, it's all the same shit. It's all stemming from the same thing.
Right. What does Joe List say? Let me save you some time. It's your family.
It's your family. Yeah.
But yeah, when she said that, I was like, oh, you guys weren't coming here like.
Let's see what this piece of
let's see what this
shit has
asshole's been
on.
doing
God,
with his
I hope
time.
he sucks. I hope my Saturday night is a huge bummer.
Yeah, I hope I wasted all my money and time seeing a good friend.
At least we got a babysitter.
I mean, what?
They want you to win.
That was what I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, my line of thinking.
Yeah.
I've had a few of those recently where I was like, yeah, I don't know if that was healthy.
But this is good. But now it's good that you're starting to catch these things.
Yeah. I got to find somebody to dump this on.
For sure.
But a therapist
I literally
is
had a
hard to
guy in the
find.
crowd last week say, "That's what I got her for," to his wife, because
What does that
we were
mean?
talking about not going to therapy, and he was like, "I was like, no, you gotta get shit out," because this guy was just clearly a nightmare, and he goes, "No, we gotta. That's why there's good weed and her," and I was like, "You stink."
What is that response?
I don't know.
That is such
I think
a
he was
bad
trying to. I think it was
response.
trying to be cool at a comedy show response.
Yeah, but like
like-
that's not cool in any setting.
No, it sucked.
That's
And
not-
also, I was like, "This is the whole issue. That's why you go."
Yeah, and it's like also, lady, divorce this guy.
Yeah,
this
she's
is
miserable.
terrible.
They weren't even married yet.
Oh, get out of there.
Yeah.
I asked the guy what kind of watch he had on. He goes, "Don't worry about it."
Oh.
And I was like, "Well,
Zero in a sentence.
I was like, well,
right there. Not even a real
here
sentence.
comes my next 12 minutes."
Oh my god.
I did absolutely tee off on that guy in a fun way, but
Don't
it was
you mean walked all over him? God. Hey dude, how have we not talked about this? Our former president was shot at this weekend.
shot at. I think it was shot.
And I wanted to say, I mean, I guess it's just right away, guys, it's no joking matter, but like it was good to talk to you right after, because I knew you'd be worried and upset and just beside yourself. So I gave Tim a call. I said, "Hey man, I hope you're hanging in there. Your guy's down.
I was like,
Your guy's down bad." But this was hilarious. Actually, I did break the news to you,
100%. And
it was so.
well, it was what cracked me up is like you knew why I didn't know. You were like, "Get out of the shower."
Yeah. I was like, this is the problem with the showers. So at 6:30 p.m., whatever, we find out about this, and I'm going, I'm texting you, I'm texting Jeff, I'm like, we're joking about this on stage, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because shows are starting in 30 minutes.
Right. Every comedian was going, just scribbling in their notebooks.
It's a big enough thing. Like, nothing that instantaneously big has happened since 9/11.
Right.
In our, I don't know, I might be insane, but like that, where like every single person is thinking about it right now.
Probably maybe Saddam Hussein after that one
Maybe.
when we got him.
Yeah, but not.
I would say
Yeah.
Saddam was bigger than Trump, right?
Maybe.
I
I don't know.
mine because like I like just
Well,
don't.
you were in the shower.
I was in the shower.
Yeah, I was like at a restaurant, and all of a sudden it was like everyone started talking at once.
The fever pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it
felt
was
like you were
crazy.
back in the subway.
So then I was like, okay, we can't be going on stage not talking about this.
That is insane.
So yeah, I'm texting around. I text Tim. I go.
I just got out of
I
the
go,
shower.
dude, are you doing Trump riffs to open tonight?
Well,
And
I was
you
so
were
confused. I was like, I mean, I'm not really a political guy, but why?
That
What's up,
text
dude?
out of the blue is so funny.
That's how I was like, dude, you doing Trump riffs tonight? I was like, wait, what is going on with Tom? Is everything all right, dude?
And you text back and you go, I don't know, I got an old debate bit. And you go, I got a debate bit, but is that too old? And I was like, you're going to talk about the shooting with a debate bit? I don't really get it, but
Well, no, you didn't
Yeah.
say the shooting. You were just like, yeah, I don't
I said, are you doing Trump stuff?
know.
And
And I was like, well, it's like kind of about how
no, then I
Biden's an
called
idiot.
you.
Oh, right.
I just called you because I was like, do you not know?
No, you texted me and you were like, wait, and you said you didn't see what happened with Trump.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
when I was like, what, did something? No, it was whatever. But
Yeah,
I was like,
you
did
said,
something
happen? Did something
And you thought that
happen?
was like one of the
I
lamest
thought it was
riffs
a
of all time.
really lame riff. Wait, did something happen with Trump? I was like, don't open with that.
Don't
That's not what I meant. Yeah.
had no clue.
Thank God
You were like,
caught
get
you.
on the internet. If I would have got on stage and been like, man, did you guys see the debate?
It would have been beautiful.
That would have tanked. That would have solidified every fear that I've ever had. Is like get up in front of all of these people for the first time, and I just have the biggest swing and miss of all time.
Yeah. That would have been beautiful. It would have been taped though, and it could have been an amazing video.
Did you guys see it moments after Trump got shot? Did you guys see the debate last week? Absolute crickets.
It was crazy.
It was fun just to get up on
It is.
stage and go,
It's
he
empty.
missed?
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah.
missed?
It was so fun. That was the most fun I mean, I know it's like I'm getting death threats on the internet, but it's like
I was about to say, it didn't work out so well for Tenacious D. Those guys are cooked.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy that like every comedian did the exact same joke.
Yeah.
And this guy's life is over.
Why did they take that so seriously?
Jack Black just threw him under the bus
Man, and they've been together forever, dude.
for like 40 years.
So like if I did that to you now, it wouldn't be that fucked up comparatively.
No, it honestly would not.
So keep that in mind.
But I wouldn't joke about that. I played it safe and joked about the debate.
Dude.
Man, Biden really struggled during the debate, huh, folks? Everybody's like, are you kidding me right now? Trump is in the hospital with a bruise on his ear.
Policies. Dude, the bandage was hilarious.
I saw the little bandage. It said it looks like when you buy a pillow off of Temu or whatever, because it was like that big.
So funny.
I mean, what are we thinking about this, Tom? Because he either hired Secret Service from a Craigslist ad, or something fishy is afoot.
Well, I jumped straight to conspiracy.
I mean, so you're a high schooler got up on a roof 400 feet away with a tripod, a sniper scope, and a giant AR-15,
and everyone saw him, and everyone was like yelling. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah, they're like,
he's on the roof.
There's a fucking guy right there,
and they're fully ignoring these people.
Did you see the Secret Service lady who couldn't get her gun back in her holster?
That was tough.
And then they put their shades on and like fix their jackets.
Putting on the shades at the end of it was like
it was like a Men in Black scene.
Yes.
It was like a Men in Black blooper. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's either he hired people that were the cheapest of the cheap, and he just said, "Hey, wear black suits."
Yeah.
Or something's afoot, Tom.
No, well, and like they popped him up right away, and he had such a great line and fist pump. Saying fight?
Yeah, the guy that like actively dodged the draft is all of a sudden like a Rambo out of nowhere. I don't think so, dude.
He comes back up with a bandana on.
He's just ripped out of nowhere. The hell? He has a bazooka. He dodges it, comes back up with a bazooka.
If he returned fire like a Western... He's got a 6-shooter, and they still try to put it off as like a not a hoax or not a conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like, no, I mean it was quick response.
I mean, it felt very similar, and like I was talking to somebody about it, and they're like, that's such bullshit. But it's like this has been happening in North Korea since we've been alive. Yeah. They all think he shoots an 18 when he goes and plays golf.
Yeah.
They're like, no, he hits a hole-in-one every single time. Like, this just
Trump's got these club championships, too, where they're like, no, he's never won.
He's horrible at it, actually. It just seems the timing was so curious. Everything about it. I saw all of these veterans being like, if an M16 even touched your ear, it would blow it clean off.
Oh.
And he's like got a little...
Well, a lot of people are saying it's like glass... From it actually hit one of the teleprompters or something.
I mean, come on.
And the glass hit his ear or something.
What are we doing?
I mean, people are just throwing shit out there. This is what I've had in people. The problem is right now there's such little information that every single point you make, someone has a counterpoint that they heard from
TikTok.
Someone that decided to put it on the internet.
Yeah.
And then they're like, he was a Republican. It's like, actually, he just registered to vote in the primaries against Trump. He actually is a Democrat because he donated to
he donated.
Blue. Yeah. And then they're like, it was $15
it was 15 clams.
In 2018.
15 clams.
It's like no one knows what they're talking about.
And it's just
it's more fun to just be like, it was the government.
Well, you would have to get even close to a former president with an AR-15. You would literally have to be like a Navy SEAL. Like James Bond would have a tough time.
Bought a ladder at Home Depot that morning.
He just dude, with an AR on his back. The visual of him like pushing the ladder up on the building.
And like all of his neighbors being like, "Hey, it's Crooks.
It's
that guy.
He's got a gun on him. Hey, will somebody do something?" All the Secret Service are too busy.
The Secret Service guy took a picture of him.
Dude, I think they all did the flashy thing to the whole audience. Now here come the Men in Black. Trump rally defenders.
Man, I forgot the Men in Black like hip hop song.
Dude, wasn't that a great song though?
So good.
Dude, Will Smith did kind of turn one in on that one.
Dude, Will Smith had a couple bangers, but yeah, I don't know. I just think
it's too curious.
The picture is gonna straight up win the election. I mean,
and it like fit perfectly in with his entire narrative.
It's perfect.
It fit perfectly in with his narrative right before the election.
Right before the RNC.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
If you guys have any solid counterpoints to this, actually, I don't want to hear them.
I don't want to hear them either. I'm happy to believe. I mean, like, obviously, I'm happy he didn't get shot in the head. That'd be fucking horrible.
Right? No, me
but
too.
It's
well, that's why. That's why it kind of feels like it was set up.
Also, everyone was like 400 feet away with a like. You would
How'd he
literally
miss it?
have to be shooting.
Did he have a scope?
Yeah, there's a huge scope and a tripod.
Where do you keep all this stuff? He drove there in like a Honda Civic too.
He's just parked right in the front. Hello,
What's up, guys?
here to pop off a few.
Wait, I want to hear this. That was the Men in Black theme.
I mean, Will Smith really had a moment.
Incredible.
Had a nice 40-year career.
He won an Emmy after slapping a man in the face.
Won
Emmy,
an
Grammy,
Oh no,
Oscar.
Oscar. What did he win an Oscar for?
What did he win after he slapped Chris Rock in the face?
He won an Oscar?
He won something that night.
Did he really?
Yeah, he gave the crying acceptance speech.
Oh wow! I don't think I watch those award shows that much anymore.
Yeah.
You know, when they start giving awards to like Marvel movies, that's another. We're cooked here, Tom.
Yeah.
It's all over.
I don't know. I definitely never watched the Marvel movies more than a couple times.
I did like the one with Thanos.
Yeah.
I thought he was a pretty good villain.
It's Thanos, but
oh boy,
it was solid though.
what did I say?
Thanos.
What is it?
Thanos.
I mean, what are we doing?
Actually, Vader, Vader. If I said Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Darth Vader.
Darth Gary Vader. It's a niche reference.
Good special. Check them out.
I got some zero knobs. I think we're like, we're good.
Yeah,
got
we're
time.
Gucci's.
I have a not one but 2 0 to hero moments this weekend.
Wait, that you did?
No.
Oh, somebody else did.
Yeah, I'm coming in cocky.
I was like,
today.
oh, okay, you clocked both of them. Love that for you. All right, what you got? Lay one on
so
me.
First one is I got to Charlotte, North Carolina last week.
Good city.
Good city.
Sneaky good
Great
city.
Shows. It was fun.
Did you go to
Just
the
one show.
Did you go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame?
I did nothing.
Oh, okay.
We got there. Colombia was playing in the Copa America semifinals.
Okay.
And all of the country of Colombia was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Huge.
It was insane. I landed and I was like, "The hell is happening?"
God, I want to be a
Like
soccer
it was like
fan.
Colombia flags, jerseys everywhere.
Dude, being a soccer fan looks to be like it's
so sick.
Looks to be like it's so much fun.
Looks
nice
to be.
The good friend. That's you work at H&R Block. That's what you do.
What's been happening in your brain? That was mean.
Deep cut. Sorry.
So I land. I get to the hotel. I go to check in. This dude at the front desk. He's I think he's like French Canadian.
Okay.
He goes,
Charlotte.
"You don't have a reservation," and I was like, "Oh, well, I have a confirmation number." And he types in. He goes, "Nope, there's nothing here." And I was like, he was doing it like I was asking him for money.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so dismissive in a way where I was like, "All right, well, let's figure this out."
Can we work
I
together on
didn't
this
make up
thing?
the
I
confirmation
just flew here,
number.
man. Yeah.
I'm like it was like I was gonna be like, "Oh, okay, all good then."
Oh, I guess I'll figure something else out then. Thanks for everything.
Like he was just like, "No, not here," and I was like, "All right, well, where do you think? What do you think?
Where could it be?
I got 2 last names that I've gone by. Can you try both those?" I mean, I'm literally saying this, and he's like, "No," and I'm like, "It was booked through the comedy club," and he goes, "No."
Was he doing the thing where he's like kind of not even looking at the computer?
Yeah, he's like looking at me. Or at the computer, but not me, but not doing anything on the computer.
He's
it's
just going, your name doesn't exist on this current screen.
Yes.
And you're like, well, you are on the screensaver. Click the mouse. There we go.
You know the guy, the trope, I feel like it's in a million like cheesy rom-coms where like the unhelpful customer service person where they go and then they go, "Well, could you just check again?" And they go, "Let's see." And they don't do anything. Just checked.
Yep.
Yeah, still nothing. Whatever.
Yep. Always funny though.
Always a good bit. But that not as fun when they do it in real life. That's basically what he did to me.
Right.
And then when I said comedy club, this lady in the back, so he's my 0. So this one's a 0 to hero, person to person. Lady in the back pokes her head out and she goes, "You said comedy club?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, you're supposed to stay at a room through them?" I'm like, "Yep." And then she comes out. She's the manager or like the director of booking or whatever.
Okay. Boy, what a stroke of luck this is.
Huge. And she goes, "No, yeah, I love the club." And she just has a good relationship with the club.
Wait, she works at the club or the hotel?
The hotel.
What's she doing waiting in line?
No. She's behind the.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck is this scenario?
Sorry, I didn't paint that picture. She's behind loser guy.
I got you.
She's
Okay,
like in an
okay, okay.
office back there.
Okay.
And she pops her head out.
Okay.
And she goes, "Oh, they're like my favorite account. I love the comedy club. I
Huge.
love Ted. I got you." And I was like, "All right, great." So she like kind of like elbows the guy out of the way. She's like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Was he kind of huffing and puffing? I could feel him being
He was like, "No, we don't
"Ugh."
want to help this guy."
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
He was having a tough
He had a
day.
Timberwolves shirt on.
Did
Maybe
he?
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
Maybe
He's
he
probably
hates the
bummed about
Timberwolves.
Trump.
It hadn't happened yet.
Well, maybe he's just a dick.
Yeah, I think he's just a dick. And it's, that's another like service industry adjacent job, or it is.
No,
service
that's
industry.
100% servy.
I'm not quick to judge these people.
It takes a lot.
It was just
Well, this
like,
sounds like shitty from the jump for
it
no
was
reason.
from the jump. I was very confused. Anyways, she gets out here and is like, I gotta find it. Like, I book all these, so it's in here somewhere.
Right.
She looks through her personal phone. She has a work phone, personal phone. She looks through her personal phone. She goes, "Fuck, he texted me. I booked it for that day that he texted me."
So this guy wasn't at fault.
He wasn't, but he still just didn't try at all to get to the
Yes.
next step.
Customer service face wasn't great.
Well, it's like, hey, maybe level this up. Ask the boss who's sitting behind you.
Yeah, maybe just turn around.
Yeah, like instead he's just like, no, nothing, zero.
Like, hey,
Out
you
of
do
luck.
a lot of work with the comedy club, right? Yeah. Could you help this guy out at all? He's just going, nah, get the hell out of here, dude.
It was crazy. So she
Bet your
she
chin is
fucked
weak.
up, and she admitted it right away. She
Love
goes,
that.
"I fucked this up because of the Columbia game." She's like, "Hotel is like way overbooked."
Racist, okay.
So we're
Interesting.
not like that. What the hell?
All these Colombians are here.
Yeah,
Forgot all about my good friend Tom Schnee.
because they're playing in the Copa America final. God, I go, yeah, I wish all these Colombians weren't here. And she's like, all right,
So
no,
actually,
I meant like
you know
just
what?
there are a lot here right now.
Sorry, I misinterpreted that. I'm actually not a racist. I was just going with what you were doing.
I was trying to just get a hotel room. I'll agree with anything you say. Where are we at on the border? She's like, let me call around. They call all like the, I think it was a Marriott chain.
Oh,
They call
damn.
all the Marriotts, they're all full. And she's like calling in favors to friends. She's like, all right, my friend works at the Omni. She's trying to get me in at the Omni. It's
That'd
like,
be huge.
it would have been amazing.
That'd be
Down the
huge.
street, and I'm featuring for Kelsey. Kelsey would have lost her shit.
Dude, you kind of walk into the green like, so where'd they put you up? No, I'm just in a little suite in the
I have
Omni.
my
so.
Omni branded water bottle. Nah, it's still, corner suite.
No, you
no
get
one had
these
it
after
booked
the
out.
massage that they give you.
So that didn't work. I finally get put in a Sheraton at the airport. So
Okay,
I gotta
so not
go
the
right
same.
back to the airport.
Not the same.
No, and then she's like, I'm gonna
Boy,
call.
that was a real feast or famine situation. They had you flirting with the Omni. Now you're at the Sheraton by the
It
airport.
Sucked.
That's
It
brutal.
was a real tease. And this is over 2 hours. I'm sitting in the hotel lobby.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and she just kept coming back. She just giving me snacks from the little place.
Sure.
The little marketplace.
Yeah.
I took a Diet Coke, a water, a couple
bad.
bags of chips. I was having a good time.
Not bad.
I was fine. And then she goes, all right, I'm just going to drive you to I tried to call a limo service for you as like a treat, and they're all booked up because of the game. I'm just going to drive you out to this to this hotel.
Man, any other weekend.
And it's a Wednesday.
You're going to the Omni in a
Wednesday
limo.
in Charlotte. I know. I would have been like a Home Alone 2 situation.
Damn it.
I bet she would have ordered me a full pizza.
You got to meet Trump in the lobby.
Oh, watch out, there's a sniper right behind you. Sorry, I know your guys didn't pick him
Man,
up.
be careful in about 2 decades. You got a mentally ill 14-year-old that's going to infiltrate your entire team.
With 0 Google search history.
Don't worry, he's got no training. but- He will miss so bad that he somehow hit the teleprompter.
He also had a bomb in his car, and he never set it off.
Is that true?
Yeah, he had like a homemade explosive.
Yeah, so it's like an M80.
Yeah.
He had a couple of those snake things. You know, they light up and just goes.
Technically is a home explosive device.
Dude, they just tackle the guy. He's got a backpack full of Roman candles. Trump's
Is
going,
this just
fight!
Is this just a carton of eggs? We're just gonna egg
Like,
the
oh, man,
orange.
these are all 2-ply. He bought the really expensive toilet paper.
TPing the RNC would be so funny. Would you get shot
Probably.
if you TP'd it?
Gotta be.
It would be the most famous assassination
I mean,
attempt of
I'm
all
sorry.
time.
That guy would go down on internet lore. He would be the hero all over Reddit and Twitter for the rest of his life.
He'd be hero of the week standing. We'd have a
Without
standing
doubt. It'd be
hero
like,
of the
hey,
week.
good luck beating this one.
We'd create a small sculpture right here.
Made of 2-ply.
Yeah.
It would all be the best Charmin we could find.
Oh my God. Anyways, so
you're at the
this is my
Sheridan.
hero of the week is Tanique in Charlotte, North Carolina. She made the mistake. We're driving to the airport. I'm looking at the clock. We're sitting in traffic, by the way. The second we get in her car,
my God.
it's this game is shutting down the whole city.
Right.
We starts taking too long. I go, can you drive me to the comedy club? I'll just go straight there. I'll go to the hotel after. She pivots, drives me back to the club, and she's like texting me all night, being like, I can get a limo service for you later if you want, stuff like this. And I'm like, I can take an $8 Uber from the club after the show. It was fine. But I love that she made the mistake, and she was like,
This is exactly. We've talked about this.
Yes.
No one admits when they make a mistake.
no one does. And she took it completely.
No one. And then made steps or took steps to try to remedy the mistake. No one does this.
No one does it. You're an instant hero if you do it.
They say, "Oh no, it must be a glitch in the." When did you make the reservation? It's got to be your bull. Instead of just being like, "Yep, dude, I totally fucked up.
I
Let me
fucked
fix
up.
this for
I
you."
have to fix this.
Because she
it was
didn't
hard
even
to
really fix it that well.
Yeah, she did find me a hotel eventually.
But it was the admission.
Yes.
And it was the effort. And you're like, anything after this, I'm kind of fine with. We're loving Tanique. Tanique, you're a favorite on the pod. We love you very much.
It was amazing. It was like heartwarming. We had a long conversation. We ended up being in the car together for like 40 minutes.
She go to the show?
No, she was pretty beat. I did offer her comps, which as the feature you're not really allowed to do. But I was like, I think I can explain this one.
You pull up in a limo with your Omni bottle, and you're like, yeah, I got a couple of comps for the Late Show. She's like, who are you?
You've been in New York for 4.5 weeks.
Who are you?
Who did you become?
Dude?
You nightmare.
She's
So
like,
that's my zero to hero.
no, I mean, obviously that guy absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
She's a stone cold hero. What other zero? I didn't get any zero noms. What else
Well, I
you got?
have one more quick zero to hero. And this is
Love this.
this is another admit a mistake.
You know, maybe the tide is a turning.
Maybe the world's coming together.
Maybe
So
people are finally listening to the pod.
Kelsey and I finish a show. It's 9:45 and we're both starving. Club food is looking a little bleak.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, let's see. There's a Cava. You ever been to Cava? Mm-hmm. Love it. It's a good road meal.
It's a good road. You feel like you're getting away with one, honestly.
Yeah, it's like kind of high quality.
Yeah.
For what it is. And it's, it's a 6-minute walk away.
Huge.
So but it's closing at 10. So it's 9:45. We're like, all right, haul ass over there. We get in there at like 9:53, and we walk up, and they're like almost fully put away. And we knew it was gonna suck. We said it. We're like, God, they're gonna hate us, but like,
You got to do it.
there's
sometimes.
nothing else around
You got
here.
to do it sometimes.
And we walk up, and I go, I'm sorry. I know you guys are. I'm sorry. We gotta get something in. And the guy looks at Kelsey and gives her like a audible scoff, and is like,
These people.
and then like won't look at us, and walks.
How old is this guy?
He's 20.
Okay.
So he's like a kid, whatever. But he like walks away for a second, and then I hear him in the back say something, and then the other guy goes,
It's Tanique again.
It's
She's
not,
like,
it's
from the club?
It's
I love the people from the
it
club.
was the same guy.
She's trying to
It was
get
the
you. She's
front
like, no,
desk
I can get you reservations at the best steakhouse.
guy. There's a Chipotle open down the street. Here's
Hold
the
on,
thing.
I'll helicopter
There's a
you guys over.
at the airport.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
He gets in the back, and I hear a guy go, "No, it's 53. It's 9:53." And the guy goes, "Oh, it's 53. Fuck." And then he walks back out, and he walks straight up to Kelsey, and he goes, "Sorry about that. What can I get you?"
All right.
And I was like, "Whoa, that was a big change." I think he actually thought it was like after 10, and they forgot to lock the doors or something. Because he was like pissed. And then he was like, all right, that one was on me. But he's still like a little shameful and bashful as he's making our food.
As he should
And
be.
then we get to checkout, and he goes, just take them. We're going to throw that stuff out at the end of the night.
You know what
anyways.
I'm hearing, Tom? You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing a lot of Southern hospitality.
Wow, yes.
I'm hearing a lot of people admitting their wrongs.
Yeah.
And making
Is that what they're
amends.
talking about with Southern hospitality?
You know, you rarely see that in this neck of the woods.
Whoa. This was in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That is the South.
Yeah.
That is the South.
I said something about being south of the Mason-Dixon, and someone said, no, we're not. Aren't they?
South of the Mason-Dixon. I mean, they have to be, right? Raleigh?
Yeah. Well, I said back.
I
said
think they would know,
I said,
though, right?
no, we're south of the Mason-Dixon, right? And everyone kind of was like,
Kind of hoping you knew.
yeah. It was like, and then I was like, all right, we're just moving on from that, I guess.
I was going to try to riff on that, but it wouldn't even make sense because you guys don't know where you're at.
I'm not sure if we know what it is.
I was born in Richmond,
Virginia.
and
That's north of there.
that's north of there, and that was a Confederate place.
Okay, so yeah,
It's gotta be,
so they were
right?
just maybe shameful of it.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe,
So
but not really. Southerners don't really do that too much.
get shameful.
Well,
the
they're-
liberal ones do.
The liberal, yeah, and Raleigh's.
Liberal Southerners. Raleigh's a real blueberry.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
great comedy town.
That's
honestly.
true. Raleigh, great city too.
Two good cities, North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina's got a couple of sneaky good cities
Not
in
bad.
there.
There's too many Colombians, but in my experience, there are way too
They
many
gotta
Colombians.
ship those
there.
guys north. Last time I was in Charlotte, we went to the Coca-Cola 600. You ever been to a freaking NASCAR race, Tom?
No.
Let me tell you something. These things are fun.
I thought you were gonna say fast. I thought you were talking about the cars. These things are fast.
Well, that's why it's so. You see it on TV and you're like, whatever, and like the joke is like, oh, they always turn left, and everybody's like, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
But you go there and
Kinda
you're standing
funny,
by
though.
the thing, and they're fucking flying by at 200 miles an hour, and you can feel the energy come in and go. It's exhilarating. I'm sorry, but I did get
Is it
thrown up
kinda
on.
just ooh?
This just absolute redneck, like the ones you read about.
Guy or girl?
Guy, for sure.
Okay.
And I feel like a mist. It wasn't like actual thrown up on. It was like, I was like, oh, I'm kind of getting, what is that? I'm kind of getting hit with something. And he's throwing up on the bleacher, like on like kind of above
You're
it,
getting
behind
puke
us.
splatter.
Yeah, it's puke
I don't know
splat.
why, but that almost seems worse.
It does seem grosser it's not grosser, but
It's
it
not.
does seem grosser.
But also, it feels like it was like a couple times.
It was. It felt like a spray. It was like like I was getting hit with a spray ball. And I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, "Oh, nice." They like turned something on.
Misters on.
Yeah, but I was looking around. I'm like, I'm pretty in the open right here. There's no way that's possible. And I turn around. The guy's just absolutely, and his wife's rubbing his back. She doesn't apologize. She goes, "He does this every time."
That's the dark side of Southern hospitality, right there.
Like I honestly couldn't even be mad if she was going like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I think I would have. You know when it's like a
You would
kid
have
falls
matched it.
over,
Yes,
and you're not supposed to freak out.
Yeah.
I think that's what she did.
She got your ass with that one.
100%.
She said, "You're fine. Get up."
She worked. She used a strategy that people use on 6-month-old kids on me, and it worked.
And I was like, "Yeah, I got no problem with this."
He does this every time, and I was like, "Sister, tell me about it. I'm having the time of my life."
No, I've never been to NASCAR.
It is unfortunately a really good time. I would recommend going to check.
I will go, 100%.
There are a lot of things that you're just going to have to ignore.
Yeah.
You're just going to have to ignore.
But here's
it.
the thing: if you don't get to know the other side of the aisle, how are you ever supposed to work together?
How are we
you
supposed to
know?
come to
What
closer
am I-
as people?
What am I not supposed to believe in the United States of America anymore?
Sorry, it's the country I was born and raised in. What the hell?
Sir. I've just asked for your ID to go into the NASCAR race. Thank you though for the speech. It was nice. Also, this is a CVS, not a NASCAR race,
And it's like I would
Down
take
the
that
street.
Biden shirt off if you want to survive this thing,
son.
sonny boy. The hell out of here!
Oh
Oh
God.
Tom, we're at 53. What do you think?
We can wrap this guy up.
It's
I
4
think I
o'clock
was
in the
done.
morning.
Yeah, we do need to leave.
This is a late
I'm also
night.
coming back a day early next week, so we'll be in person again.
Oh, huge! This is a late night pod for those of you that don't know.
Can I tell you one last thing? Just
Fuck.
because it's not gonna be relevant anymore.
Tom, toss it at my.
Well,
face.
I think what is loser behavior, but like egregious enough to almost be zero.
Okay.
Because this is who I'm speaking to my fellow liberals here. This is who
Come on, libs.
conservatives think we are, and we aren't. So to those of you who are, stop.
Quit it.
That was poetry.
No, I'm gonna. I wrote that down in my head.
Those of you, most of us aren't, but those of you who are, need to stop.
Quit it.
I was watching Game of Thrones with some friends
Sure.
last night, and then the RNC comes on after. And these are people I don't know well.
Okay.
I know one of them well.
Some friends, some people I don't know
Friends
that well.
of friends of it's one friend that I'm good friends with.
You went there with.
And then his friends.
Gotcha.
And one of these gals, she the RNC comes on and she goes, "Oh, why are we watching this?" Which is like whatever. But I'm like,
Sure,
I don't
fair.
know. I want to see what he does. He just got shot at, or he just hired a nerd.
Huge quotation marks there, folks.
He just got TP'd, and I'm like, I want to see it, whatever. But this guy is on stage, and if anyone watched the RNC, you'll know what I'm talking about. The president of the Teamsters Union, which is like the truckers,
Right.
he gives a speech that is like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, this is like fully Democrat because it's a union. And the
Right.
speech is first about how it's historic that he's allowed to speak at this thing because even though he is endorsing Trump, like unions are not
They're
very
like, vote for
Republican.
these guys so they can bust up all of our unions.
Exactly. It makes no sense
no
for a
sense. Why are
union
you
to
there?
endorse Trump.
Yeah.
But this guy gives this speech, and it's all about like workers' rights, raising the minimum wage, like not universal health care, but like health care access and stuff.
Love
it was
this.
like
Love all
literally like 10 out of 10 of the points were Democratic points.
Yeah.
It was very odd.
For the people.
And I pointed it out, and I was like, this guy's kind of like a Democrat, I think. And she was like, this girl was like, oh, no, God. No. Oh, my God. He's disgusting.
And you're like, yeah, expound on that.
And I was like, no, listen. Like, right now, he's talking about access to healthcare.
See, what you just said there is the whole thing. No. Listen.
Yeah. And I was like, I just think it's really weird. It's like sticking out. Like, I don't know why this guy's speaking here. And she's like, Republicans, I can't even listen to them anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever. And it just sucked, and it created a really weird vibe in the room. And then right after, I had a little redeeming moment. We're watching it on CNN, and it cuts to Jake Tapper, very liberal guy. And he goes, well, if you guys didn't catch the beginning of that, you might have thought you were watching the Democratic National Convention. And I go, interesting. And she wouldn't admit it, and she was just like, whatever.
Well, that's the thing is, if both sides are going to do this, neither of them are better than the other.
Yeah.
They're both equal zeros.
Right.
If you're not going to even attempt to listen to anything.
I was like, it kind of also showed how broken it all is, because I'm like, I mean, this guy's fully Democrat endorsing Trump. This is kind of like
We're lost.
yeah, we've lost the plot.
We're lost at
here.
sea.
So it's in one way it was a bummer, but also I was just like, this is interesting. That was my point. Was just this is kind of crazy.
All her response should have been, I would have
She's
never
like,
thought that.
I literally won't give enough effort to just tune in for a second because I think it's disgusting that you're showing interest in watching this.
No, you know what this is? This is somebody that doesn't have any clue about anything. And that's the only thing that they know how to do is go, it's absolutely disgusting and I hate it so much. And you're like, yeah, but like, what about the thing that's being said? Right? No, I won't even listen.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about the Republican Party. I'm also a Democrat.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like-
was talking about what is being said right now.
How old was this person?
RH.
Damn.
Yeah. 30.
Damn.
I mean, I took the average between our ages.
I was just,
So I'm obviously 20.
I was just waiting for something.
I'm 20.
22.
I'm 22.
Dick. Hey, let me give a quick shout out because I love New Orleans. It's an amazing city,
Beautiful city.
truly amazing city. But the comedy scene has been a bit lacking.
Yeah.
There's never been like a great place to go and do comedy.
No.
There's been like some
Weird
things that have popped
places
up,
to
some
go.
weird places. There's like some great independent shows.
Yeah.
But there's never been like a whoa. This
is
like
the
a
spot.
Sports Drink in New Orleans is the coolest little venue.
Let's go.
And the guy Andrew who's running it is like trying. He cares. He's putting you up. He's taking care of you.
Southern hospitality.
Southern hospitality. You feel like they want you there. The audiences are excited. He's excited. He's doing a good job. He's building something very cool. He's got a bunch of cool stuff coming up.
Hero of the week.
I mean, that's a hero in my book. This place absolutely slaps.
Had a fun time in front of your loved ones.
In front of some
Learned something.
Learned something. Now I want to go back
ripped a
and
bit.
promote the shit out of it.
Do it.
Sell
You're
a show
you're
out.
Hey man, that's gonna be great for the booker to hear. By the way, you're like, hey man, last time I came, I blocked everyone I knew
blocked
in
everybody.
New Orleans.
I can't believe word did. Well, I mean, word did get out from the pod. People heard it on the pod.
Oh yeah.
And people that didn't hear about it on the, because some people were going, "What? How didn't?" And I'm saying,
Wait.
Oh, interesting.
Did your mom hear about it on the pod?
She did hear about it on the pod,
Was she pissed?
but she knows.
She just played it cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, patty cakes.
Shout out to Patty
An
Cakes.
absolute hero. Wow, you are enabling him, but I know he's your little boy.
Sweet little boy.
I know he's your sweet little boy, and you want to protect him, but you're enabling him, and he needs to address why he's hiding himself.
God. Ooh, I'm hiding myself. Yeah. Oh no. Shit.
Night, Tim. Good night.
Well, there goes
tight.
yeah, there goes my little night of sleep. Hiding
All right.
myself.
We're gonna wrap on that eerie note. We gotta get out of here. I gotta fly to Seattle in 20 minutes.
Man, I guess I am hiding myself.
A little bit.
Huh. I guess I have a lot to ponder, folks.
Were you hiding? Were you hiding you from the world, or were you hiding the world from you?
Damn, that's so
Quote
deep.
Drizzy.
That's so deep. But I mean, man, I guess when I started, I never told anybody. I didn't tell anybody about it until we signed a lease in Chicago. I've never gone back to do stand-up. I've never allowed anybody to come see me.
Wow.
I still hit it when I went back, and people found out anyway. And the only reason people were there is because they said, "Fuck it, we're going." It's been 9 years.
And what that was, folks, is that's an excerpt from Tim. Actually went to therapy this week, and I was able to record it. And that was just the opening statement.
What we call is a breakthrough, folks. All right, well, hey, folks, on that
I'm
note,
giving you Cheryl's number right now.
I'll be in Providence, Rhode Island this weekend. Come out, get a dang ticket. It's on my Instagram.
It's on your Instagram. No one who lives in Providence will be able to see it because
I
you
blocked
them
everyone within
individually.
I blocked everybody in the tri-state area.
God, I will be in New York for a couple weeks, and then I'll be in
Going to
Seattle.
Seattle.
I'll be in Seattle this week.
Idiot.
Then New York, and then Tampa, Orlando, Chicago,
Used to live in
Minneapolis.
Orlando.
Please buy tickets.
Ooh, Minnie, that's gonna be fun.
Timmy will be there.
Timmy and Minnie.
Timmy and Minnie.
Let's see, Providence, and then we got freaking Texas, and then we got freaking Boston, and then we got Milwaukee, and then Mintown.
And then Minnie.
Let's go,
We're
dude.
going to see what's Manhattaning in Minnie.
Dude, the minnows are gonna be swimming in that water. Let's have a little fun.
We love you guys. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in